Yo, what's up, nieces and nephews? This your Uncle Willie Lee HM of Word Overdose TV, your daily dose of words, right? And today I'm working on a series on why you're not black. So I'm gonna tell you reasons why you're not black. I put a whole bunch of shorts up on it. Y'all can check out the shorts. Make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Debate in the comment section. A lot of people want to stay black. To that I say, to each his own. Salute to you, right? Got pride in it. I understand completely. After all, I identify as this color. I just don't identify with the word. So we're going to work on, for this series, separating the color from the word, right? It is important that I make sure I make that distinction, right? We're separating the color from the word. So check this out. God gave us the ability to name things, right? Like he gave man the ability to name things. And since we are the first man, how come we have let a new man name us? He have named us black, though we are various shades of brown, right? And he has named this color black. And we want to ask ourselves, why do we call that color black? So if we look up the oldest definitions of black, the oldest definitions are pale, bleached, blank. Pale, bleached, blank. That don't really describe this color, do it? It sounds like it describes the opposite color. A color that we call today white, right? So let me put y'all up on some game on that. So originally when this new man came onto the planet, he was discovered by various people of hue, these different various shades of brown, right? We call them colored people, right? Well, there was a man who was colorless, right? And while we're talking about humans, like there was a man who had maximum hue, such as myself, right? And then you had a man who lacked hue. So this hue lacking man, he was called blank in color. And if you need proof of this, if you go to Italy right now, like if we look at the Latin languages, right? You go to Italy right now, the color that we call white today is called blanche. Now, if you go to Spain, right? These people made their way to Spain. The color that we call white today, if you call that color in Spanish, you call it blanco. Made their way to France. What do we call the color white in France? We call it blanc. So by the time they made their way up to merry old Anglo land, they were calling that color block, B-L-A-K. So something happened where they took that distinction of block and put it on us and put it on this color and changed themselves to white. So we're gonna dive deep into all this good stuff, right? But for this video, we're gonna talk about reasons why you're not black. So that's the first reason, is like the ability to name. Somebody named us this, and we're the original man on the planet. Why can't we name ourselves? I got a different word for it, but that's another story, right? So another thing, after the ability to name, we then talk about they reversed the color, right? So they gave this color that we call it white, they took that from being called black, and they called us black. Now again, I want to make sure we have this distinction. I got to keep saying this because my stay black people, they really don't get it. Like they black and beautiful, black and proud, say it loud, black power, all that good stuff, right? But it would just be like them naming the color retarded. So when we call this color the color retarded, we'd be like, damn, I'm retarded and beautiful. I'm retarded and proud, right? Say it loud, I'm retarded and proud. But we couldn't help but be like, damn, why we keep doing retarded things? And that's because with the ability to name, words are spells. That's why you spell words. So words have certain definitions, certain energy, certain resonancy, right? Words resonate in a certain energy level. So by calling something a word, you're calling it something that registers in somebody's brain as something, right? So if we called the color retarded, and we called ourselves by definition retarded people, we couldn't help but understand, like, damn, we keep doing retarded things. And the same happens with black. Black is a label, right? It's a label that was thrust upon this color. So when we thrust this label upon the color, then the color becomes that label. So let's look at the definitions of it, right? So when we look up black in the dictionary, the word, not the color. When we look up the word in the dictionary, the word means evil, wicked, dirty, ugly, filthy, demonic, and a group of people of African or Aboriginal descent. Evil, wicked, dirty, ugly, filthy, demonic? Again, going back to if they called the color retarded, right? Retarded implies a mental disability. So we would be people with a mental disability if we went by that, right? And the same thing goes with the word black. Like going by such a label demonizes not only the color, but the people who are associated with that color. So we're looking at all that good stuff. We then go on to, let's look at the color actually. Like scientifically speaking, the color that we call black, right? The color is the absence of color, meaning that it's not actually a color. This is not a color, right? What it is the sum of all color. So it's either no color, or if you take all colors and combine them together, you get this color. So that would make it the alpha and omega of color. Follow me so far, right? Then let's look at light. It either is no light or the complete absorption of all light, meaning that it either contains no light, or if you take all the light, it contains all the light. It absorbs all the light, right? All the rays of the sun come through and are absorbed by this color. So it's the alpha and omega of color. It's the beginning and the end of light. To who else do we call the alpha and omega the beginning and the end? That's a whole nother story though, right? So we have dealt with the color scientifically speaking. This color is the alpha and omega of color, meaning that it has no color, or if you combine all colors together, you get this color. It either has no light, or if you it absorbed all the light. So it contains all the light. It's the beginning and the end of your light spectrum. It's the backdrop of your universe. It's the universal womb. It's the color one sees in the darkness of meditation, right? That's just the color. So if we identify as that color, separating ourselves from the word, right? If we identify with that color, what does that make us? So we're going to be going deep into this stuff on a regular basis. We're going to talk about this. We're going to debate about it. For all my people who wish to stay black. I mean, we living in this post-pandemic era, 2023, what we call it, year of Jordan, right? We need to say, hey, what about if we named ourselves? What will we be? We are maximum hue people, right? We are a people of various colors, various shades of brown. Though we are called this color, I identify as that color. Matter of fact, if we want to go there, if we talk about religion, another subject. If we talk about religion, for me, my religion is the complete sum of all my people. Like if we took all our men, put them all together and looked at them as one man, that's the Godhead, right? For me. If we take all our women, put them all together and looked at them as a collective one woman, that would be the goddess head, right? So that's the God body right there, the man and the woman as a collective. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer. Oh, my God is sick right now. Like my God has been named a filthy word. God is chained up by this doctrine of programming. And if we want to break this programming and be a complete people that bring something to the human family, more so than being consumers, and be real producers that bring something to the table for humanity again, we need to separate ourselves from such a word, such a filthy, demonic, evil word. We need to separate the color from that word. So this is part of a series. Check out the shorts. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more on this. Once we get a certain amount of likes, we're going to move this conversation forward. Certain amount of subscribers. We making it 10K subscribers. We at about 3K right now. We making it 10K. We doing live videos on it. And we're going to be debating experts who wish to talk about these colors. So I'm renaming the color that we call white. I'm calling it blank. Taking it back to its roots, right? And I'm renaming this color that we call black. I'm renaming it the God color. And if the color is the God color and we identify with that color, what does that make us? And by definition, do we fit such a do we fit such a distinction? Are we able to fit such a distinction? Can we be God colored people? Can we be the God on earth? Do tell. So let me hear your thoughts on it. Let's debate on it. Share this video. Get it out there. Again, this is Willie Lee HM. You can find me on my personal shit on Twitter, Willie Lee HM. All other social media, look up Word Overdose TV. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.